Hey Nathan, good morning.
Hey, Niladri, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, good. Sorry for the late following.
That's okay. That's okay. When you're late, I told okay I'll call later, but then these guys called from new project and yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, no
wasn't
problem,
expecting.
no
It's
problem.
gonna be performance and goals now.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. So for the new year or how is it?
Yeah, it's a new project actually, and
Mm-hmm.
for performance and goals started actually this Monday. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right.
Hmm.
And yeah, anything that you want to say?
No, I thought means your performance and goal. I was thinking, not the PMGM I was telling.
Oh, actually, both have started. Performance review in my company has started for me, and the new
Okay,
project has also started. Yeah, both.
okay, okay, okay. So you follow same January to December cycle, or how is
Mm, I don't know. That's a
it?
good question.
Okay, okay, no problem. Because for us it is a continuous performance management, so
Yeah.
generally we had to do every 100 hours we work, we put a snapshot, so that's how it works here.
What the fuck? That's like you. I mean, that's like every month, every 3 weeks.
No, 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 not exactly. People are not following strictly, so mostly quarterly we put one generally.
Uh,
But it
okay,
is better
I
to
understand.
have, because sometimes if you're working in multiple projects, and along with projects if you work for say BD, any kind of pre-sales activity, that we put it separate. Okay, so that is better actually to the get the
Yeah,
better average actually from my point of view.
I
Like,
understand. All
okay.
right, I got the document yesterday, the ebook for SAP
Hmm.
HCM. Yeah, so I haven't gone through that. We'll go
No
through it
problem.
today
You take. We have enough
because
time. So
and
yesterday I just
yes,
forgot to share that in the slide. So can you see my PPT?
I can see your screen. I can see the recommended book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
I
just
just
one thing from the yesterday's session, as if back, just this what I'm seeking is let's try to focus more on the system side because that's what
Hmm.
because of course I need to go through the
Yeah.
basics terminology and
Yes.
because things are
Yes.
new here.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, so let's just yeah
Yeah.
try to do quickly. Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Go ahead.
understood, understood. So Nitin, what I have done now, so yesterday I tried to log in my system, but that VPN, if I'm using, I'm not able to log into internet. So what I did yesterday, I tried to check with my vendor. So he will be coming back today or tomorrow. Okay, so because that earlier ID was not working, so I'll be just asking him to reset that. Okay, so what I have done yesterday, I took even whatever the screenshots and everything today for the from the system point of view, everything I've taken step by step. You do not be missing anything. Okay. And when
Yeah.
I have having the access to the SAP directly from the vendor, because another person actually he helped me actually he also get paid, and he actually takes care of another system and which I can generally share to people. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that system tomorrow I'll be showing you. Okay, but today, whatever the
No
system,
worries.
yeah. So from the VPN, from the my system only, I have taken all the press screenshots and everything. You will be seeing in that today's session. So it is more of yeah. From day one, it was yeah. It's just an introductory and all. So from
No
tomorrow
worries.
today onwards, it will be more focused on system, because I am also believe in the strongly believe in the system itself, because many people call me system person rather than a process person and all. So I'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
focusing on the system itself. Okay.
No worries.
Yeah. So in this book, actually, you don't have to read everything. Just I was just mentioning the chapter one, that is end user transition, just to
Sure. I'll go through that. Yeah.
all the T codes, and another four chapters basically the Spock. Anyway, I'll be explaining through all the things. Okay, but I'll be focusing more on the chapter six, which will be going into details. Okay, and this book is good for summarizing also, if you even if you are already aware of everything about SAP HCM on premise, it is very good to
Yeah.
refer. And if you are starting with EC payroll, on premise also chapter 3 and chapter 4, these are critical, like PA configuration, some set of mini master configuration you have to do in the on premise as well. Okay,
Sure.
and also some basics of your organizational management, which is equivalent to our position management and org structure in success factor.
Yeah.
So basic things you have to just that I'll be explaining anyway in the upcoming classes. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. And other than that, one link I might have shared, this link I have shared with you. This actually I did my MBA thesis also on the payroll, if you are aware of. So that is not exactly the Australian payroll. It was an Indian payroll, but still
Yeah.
70%, 60% remains. The core structure remains the same. Okay.
Same.
That is
I
already
understand.
available in public research gate. Okay. Anyway, I'll be sharing the link once again. And I've tried my best to share. Many people, around 200 2000 people plus, already referred that, and that referred my document. So that is good document also. You'll be getting in depth of Indian payroll also. Okay, so basic structure
Mhm.
remains the same, the flow remains the same, the flow of configuration, the way we do in Indian
Yeah. Yeah.
payroll, Australia payroll remains the same. Only few tables, only that's the difference in Indian payroll. Okay, so that I'll be covering anyway in today's session. Okay. So today is day 2, and we'll be focusing today on the payroll info types. Okay, so what are
Yeah.
the specific info types? So we are already aware of info types, right? The terminology itself, it's
Yes.
similar to
Yeah.
your portlets in your sector,
Fields and portlets. Yeah.
fields and portlets. Info types
Yeah.
means it's a group of similar information combined together in a particular
Yeah.
so in the layman language, we mention it's a kind of a box. It's a box which contains similar types of items. Okay, or we can say, suppose address, or it can be a basic pay, or it can be your
Yeah.
reimbursement. So this is the concept of basic of info types. So today I will be what I will be focusing in today's session. For the first 15 minutes, I'll be explaining what are the mandatory info types in payroll, and also I've also taken a screenshot for you from the system itself. Okay. And also then will be followed by the focusing on the basics of Australian payroll info types. As you are focusing on Australian
Yeah.
payroll, what are the specific info types targeted for Australian payroll? Okay. So when it's a uh, info types, some core info types, those are the work center, we call it WBPP, work center basic pay info type is a critical one. So see, there are 6 info types which is the very critical for any country payroll. It is not specific to Indian payroll or Australia payroll or Canada or UK payroll. It is there are
Yeah.
some specific info types, like info type 0, 1, 3, 7, 8, 27 to start with. So these are the 6 set of info types. Okay. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0 for actions, 1 for org assignment, 3 for payroll status, 7 for planned working time, 8 for basic pay, 27 for cost issue. So these are the critical or most essential info types independent of a country localizations. Okay. So what I have done, I just started with, even in my system, I have hired then you as in means the demo system. I just created yesterday and demo employee, which is targeted for country specific Australia. Okay. So what I have done, so just I'm not going very details how I have hired, because that is a part of PA module. Okay. So that's a transaction called PA40. Okay. So using that T code, can you see the create personal data screen?
Yep.
Yeah. So when I generated this, just completed the PA40 transaction, it generated a new employee, Nitin Harris, and his personal number is 72. Okay, and he is joining
Okay.
hired from 1st of January 2020.
All good. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the actual demo. Actually, in the mic, just tried yesterday as I
Yeah.
was not able to do that. So this is the way we hire an employee in on premise. Okay. Once it is
Okay.
done, then what I have done, I have assigned to the company code. You can see country template AU. That is the what is the meaning? That is Australia specific country template. So that all the info types for Australia I can maintain. Okay, that is one of the critical criteria whenever you are hiring an employee in a specific country. You have to take care of this country template, personal
Yeah.
area, area, business area, everything. Okay. And for information, so what I'm not focused on here, the org plan means that is the position management, that area I have not entered the details. Okay. So if you see, this is the info type 1. Okay. So info type 2 is the create personal data, info type 1 is the org assignment. Okay. Similarly, there is some specific info type or info type 8. Okay, so you can see in the entire demo today, you will be having your unique number, that is the personal number 72. That will be so I will be showcasing and I'll be explaining each and every thing all around you
Yeah,
only. Okay.
all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here you can see there are different pay scale. You will be
Yeah, it
having
is just
different terms.
like the other temp, the portlets and the details that you
Yes,
have in
exactly.
EC.
So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
comparison I'll be showing you in the of tomorrow's session. What is the pay scale, type pay
Okay,
scale is
no
that, because
worries.
that will be part of a specific category, the payroll specific terminologies and their analogy and comparison between your success factor employee central payroll and your on-premise payroll. Okay. So how I learned this. So when I entered into EC payroll, I just tried to do a comparison what I used to call it in the on-premise and what I'll be calling in the success factor space. Okay. So for
Yeah,
you, what
correct.
I will be doing is or the reverse one. Like you already understood some of the payroll
Yeah, a little.
terminology.
Yes, yes. A little I know. For
Yeah.
example, we call pay
Huh.
component to wage type, and
Yes.
yeah.
So
So
those
the
things, yeah, I'll be just giving tomorrow session. I'll be giving the comparison table. Okay, so where you can relate what we call in something in the EC, your
yeah,
payroll
let's
side,
go
what we have the equivalent things in the on-premise
ahead.
payroll. Okay, so that will be focusing. So this is for you to mention. It's a info type 8. Okay, so when I say info type 8 is the basic pay, but exactly it is not the basic pay. Okay, when I say basic pay, it is actually the base salary. So you can include. So here I have included only one component, that is the base salary, but it can have multiple other components as well. Okay, like it can include your HRA, it can include your any other regular payment. Okay, so what you were paid in a month,
Okay.
it can also include, but for the time being I have included only the base salary and the superannuation amount here. Okay. Okay, so here also you can see the by default it comes the your currency Australian dollar. Okay,
Yeah.
automatically it comes here as it is already configured in the back end. Okay, so that detailed configuration will be coming in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so this is your info type 8. Okay, so next actually this one I have taken some another just
So, Niladri, one question going back to the slide section 6, just very quickly. So, when you say this is info type 8,
hmm,
the info type 8 means basic pay or the
hmm.
basic salary, but it doesn't. It's so is it the whole UI, the pay scale UI, or it the whole screenshot that you're looking, or it's just one pay component for the base salary,
Yeah, it is the
or
entire
does
pay
it?
scale UI. No, it which have all the components. We are
So,
having
info
payroll
type,
information, right? Payroll information.
correct.
Okay, so that actually comprises of the entire UI. Yeah.
So, for example, we have compensation information
Hmm.
portlet in EC.
Hmm.
So, should I? I'm not trying to jump here, but just
Hmm.
asking the basic pay, create basic pay on the
Hmm.
top
Hmm.
is like info type 8.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah.
No, no,
Okay.
that is there is no direct analogy between these two. Okay. So, but we have component wise. If you see in the pay scale, we have various component: pay scale type, pay scale
Correct.
area, pay scale grouping. Okay. So we have equivalent portlet in our success factor space. Okay,
Yeah.
payroll component group, payroll component, so all those things you will be seeing. Okay, so you'll be I'll be once I explain the detailed table that in tomorrow's session you'll be able to get it, the picture of it. And also if I show the same thing in the sales demo, okay,
Yeah.
then you'll be able to relate it.
Okay. All good.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can move. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the next one actually I've taken another country example here. So same thing here. So I have in the earlier screen I have not shown the all the detail field. So here if you see info type 0. So what are the things gets updated? So detail screen if you see, okay, status org assignment, where I have done the actual, suppose in a transfer scenario, what can be the possible things. I have just given an example. Okay, this is the info type 0 in details. Similarly, when I say info org assignment, it will contain these six information: company code, personal area, personal sub area, employee group and employee subgroup, payroll area, and so on. So these are 5 or 6 fields, and equivalently you can see it here. Okay, so in the personal structure or enterprise structure, you can see the same information here. Okay, company code, personal area. Okay, this is the org assignment field here. Similarly, the info type your payroll status. So payroll status info type 3, it is automatically created. Whenever you are hiring an employee, this info type gets automatically created. If you like to change something in this, then you have to go to there is a transaction code called PU03 for that. Okay. So you can't change directly. Otherwise, you have to go to PU03 transaction. Okay. So, and another thing is retro calculation. So it is this info type is responsible and takes care of all kind of retro calculations. Okay. So when I say retro, if you are doing anything changes in the backdated, okay, so then automatic system will take care to the backdated calculation. It will recalculate to whatever the information you have updated, okay, and again it will be pay you your salary accordingly. Okay, suppose say you have an increment due from September, okay, but you are currently in the month of say
I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
January, okay, so all the
Yeah.
arrears, okay, when in the layman languages, the arrears, how system calculates, automatically system will take care of if you do any changes in the backdated way. Okay, system is automatically calculates that. Okay, so how it is taken care? So it is taken care in the info type 3. So this is a little old screenshot I have taken. Okay, so like
No worries.
earlier pays personal RA date means retroactive date you can see. So suppose I'm mentioning it's a 1st April 2017, automatically system will calculate from that particular date. Okay, so these detail level fields will be going once when we go into the details of the payroll terminologies. Okay, so here we are using a different terminology in this info type 3. You can see there is something called RPALS RA date, earlier personal RA date. Okay, so that date means
Yeah.
up to which you want to retro. Before that, system will not be able to calculate your retro. Okay, so here
Correct.
suppose I'm
I
mentioning
understand.
first September I'm mentioning, then
Yeah.
automatically system will calculate up to that only. Okay, before that it will not calculate. Accounted to
Correct.
means to period to which the payroll has actually run, means the current payroll period run account to. Okay, similarly the run payroll up to. So these are the different terminologies here. You just have to remember the earliest, that is the important one. And another thing is earliest MD change. MD change means earliest master data changes. So that's automatically system is a periodic stamp. Okay, so time stamp basically. Okay, that
Yeah.
also you have to remember. And other than that, there's other things are just remaining basic things only. Okay, so you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about these two things are critical fields. You have to just identify. So next info type is info type 7. Info type 7 is all about your work schedule. Okay, what
Okay.
shift you are following. Okay, suppose it's a normal schedule. If it is 8 hours, then automatic system will calculate. If you see the daily, I'm just putting 8 hours, and in the normal schedule, suppose I mentioned the 5 days, automatically system will calculate remaining things, weekly, monthly, and annual. So you can see these are freezed here. Okay, automatic system will take care of that. So that is taken care by the info type 7 here. Okay, so that is input type 7. Similarly, input type 8 I have already shown you the earlier. So here I have given another scenario where I can have multiple components. Okay, basic HRA, FDA, fixed dearness, allowance, grade pay. So these are all components I covered here. Okay, so it can be info type 8 can have multiple components. Similarly, info type 27 is all about your cost center details. Okay, so we suppose you are paid salary, your travel expenses, it will hit to which cost center in the finance, and this is critical for your integration point of view. From an integration point of view between HR and finance, payroll or finance. Okay, so whatever cost center you are maintaining, and accordingly that cost center will be your debited or credited, what depending upon your scenarios. Okay, so for that reason, this input at 27 is critical whenever you're distributing the different cost to different cost center. Okay, so that we maintain here in the input type 27. Okay. So
Okay.
these are the basic core info types, which is independent of country. So for that reason, I have included both Australian scenario as well as the one
I
this is
understand.
so this is just a generic core info type. So these
Equal.
are common across all the country, independent of any country. So they remain the same. Input type A 27, your 1, 3, 2. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are the for independent of any country. This input types remains the same. So they're the core info types. For that reason, I called out. Okay, okay. So any questions in the core info
Okay.
type
Cool.
is fine, right? Okay. So I'll next move to the Australian payroll specific info types. Okay. So when it comes to the Australian payroll specific info types, so we have 7 info types in major. Okay, that is 188, that is tax Australia info type, and TFN 2227, superannuation info type 220, leave maintenance 261. Then for payment summary, you can see there are two. One is 626 and 849. But 626 is basically, it is a legacy one. Okay, just like in SuccessFactors, I'll be giving an analogy. Earlier we used to have a lot of XML and all, but now slowly we are moving toward MDF, right? Similarly,
Yeah.
in payroll also, earlier they used to had a something called 626 info types. After that, they've started using 849. So currently we are using 849, but still I'll just give a glance of 626, how it used to look like. Okay, but still it is still in system, you can find it out, but it is suggested not to maintain that. Okay, instead of that we have a replacement 849. 849 we are using for all the payment summary and all. Okay, so that will be going one by one. So we'll start with the 188. Okay, so what is the significance of the info type 188? So all the you maintain the details. So for an payroll processing from a tax contribution point of view, what are the information required, that we maintain in the info type 188. Okay, so it is a critical and mandatory info type for every employee in the Australian payroll. If you are not maintaining this info type 188 tax, okay, so you will be, that particular entire payroll will be rejected. Okay, whenever you're running the payroll processing or doing the payroll processing, system will throw an error that this info type has not been maintained. It's a mandatory info type. Okay, so in this info type, what are the information we maintain? So the TFN, so there's an info type, there's a separate info type for TFN as well. Okay, that is called 227. That is connected to 188. So 188 and 227, they call each other. Okay, when you maintain the info type 188, inside that I'll show that how it happens. Okay, so that particular info type gets triggered. Okay, once you start maintaining 188, it triggers and creates it pops up to create another info type called 227. That is your text file number. Okay, so here there is something, there's a concept of text scale, which I'll be showing that in the upcoming session. That is a purely a configuration. Okay, so that will be seeing in the upcoming session, how this particular information we can get it and how it can be configured. Okay, the how to create a text scale and all. Okay, so generally text scales are offered by SAP, as I was mentioning earlier. Australian Taxation Office, it actually specifies the tax scales and is delivered by SAP. If there is any changes, SAP comes up with a new KBA, new note. Okay, just you need to apply that note, or you have to do the manual changes or whatever the has been mentioned in that particular note in the particular path. In this particular path, or SAP will be mentioning the particular path in that KBA.
All good.
Only that you have to update every year, and that is an yearly exercises. As soon as you get your new tax year and you get an
I understand.
new update,
Yeah.
you have to update that. Okay, so there is nothing other than that. Okay, that is a simple configuration. Other than that, you have in 188 to another information like HECS, SFSS. Are you aware of these two schemes or?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so simple, it's simple, very simple. Like higher education contribution scheme and student financial supplemental scheme. So these two information we maintain there. Okay, so suppose if you want some any kind of rebate is applicable for your client or any specific scenario, then there is a table called, this particular table I have mentioned here. Okay, this I will be showing in the upcoming session. So where, because it's a purely configuration, so for that reason I kept it in separate. Okay, so here every configuration is done in a particular transaction called, that is called SPRO. Okay, so that is a 4-letter SPRO. We use that path, and there is a specific full form also. SPRO means SAP Project Reference Object. Okay, SAP Project Reference Object, SPRO means. And when I say IMG path here, this terminology again I'll be coming many times. IMG path means in the implementation guide, your menu path.
Yeah.
There is a particular
The
path
application actually.
Application, yeah. So that particular application, you have to go follow a particular path to go to that particular things. Okay, so this is the all about your info type 188. It will capture your HECS, SFSS, and your TF and linking will be happening there. Now will be coming how it will be looking like. Again, we'll be coming back to your demo. Okay, so in for same personal number 72 I have used. So when I enter the PA30, the info type 0188, it will be shown as a info type. The info type name itself, it's a text Australia. Okay, so the slight difference in the info type name, 188 refers to text Australia, and your whatever information I mentioned, the 227,
227.
that is for TFN. So you have to be very tricky. Just two are linked, but two are not the same. Okay, at the same time. Okay, so how they
Yeah.
differ, I'll just explain here. So what I have done, I have taken all the drop down values also to for your reference. I could have shown into the system. So for that reason, I have taken all and every screenshot of the drop down also. What are the possible values are there? Okay, you can see. Okay, so here you can see for info type 188. So these are different fields. When you start create option, okay, you can see in the left button there is something called text file number. Okay, that is basically a link there. Okay, that is the info type 227, and this
7.
main screen is your 188. Okay, so in
Okay, I
188, yeah, you got it. So 180, 188, what we maintain here, we maintain the text your text scale. So as soon as you create, it will not be generate your text file number, right? TFN number, it will not be generated. So you will be showing a star here. It means that it means it is not available as of
yeah,
now.
yeah, I understand.
Okay, then in the text scale you will be getting series of values. Okay, in the draw it
Values,
is,
yeah.
you can say, pick list kind of thing. Okay, in the drop down
Correct.
values text scale, and it can be configured also. How it will be configured, it will be, we'll be seeing in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so these are different values we have for text scale. Similarly for help SFSS, text amount, flat text, everything. So all the details things will be getting here in this screen. So this is regarding your text scale. Similarly, if you see in the text scale, so in the private health insurance or health, sorry, help and SFSS, these are different values. Okay, so help contributor, voluntary help, SFSS, depending upon your your requirement. For every employee will be having a fall into different. It may happen they'll be opting for different types of contribution. Okay, accordingly it will be updated in the in
Yeah,
this particular info type 188.
correct, correct.
Okay, so then next one is your uh, private health insurance extra tax percentage. Okay, suppose you have opted for private health insurance, then there are three types of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Which tier you are opting for, that also it can be captured here in this particular info type, in the info type 188. Okay, because why I'm focusing here, because this info type information what are getting captured, you will not be getting these things in your EC payroll documentations. Any of the EC payroll documentation, if you refer, so they will not be going very deep dive into the Australia specific. Even if you follow the country specific specialization or localization document, these things, this information, they will not be capturing, because they will assume you have already have the knowledge of the these things. Okay, so that is
I understand.
why I focused each and every fields here. What are the things captured? So this
Sure,
is
man. Thank
regarding
you.
your private health insurance extra tax percentage. Similarly, as I was mentioning, the rebate. Okay, suppose you will be configuring the rebate. The configuration part is a different one that I'll be explaining in later sessions. But what are the values you will be having in the rebate section? Parent rebate or the sole parent. So these are different types of rebate, and how this calculation happens. It happens in the inside the payroll driver program itself, that you don't have to worry about it. SAP takes care of that driver program. Only thing is you have to, once you start maintaining, automatically those driver program will be activated, and specific fields only it will be capturing. Okay, whenever you are running the payroll. Okay, so that you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about. So once it is done, once you maintain and save it, okay, the line item will be created like this. Okay, it is a list view of the same info type 188. You can see the first of I just maintained January, but generally your June, July, that particular cycle you have to maintain. For your, just for a reference, I just maintain this like this. Okay, so it will be shown as like this. So as of now, we do not have any TFN. So for that reason, you can see the TFN is a blank field here. Okay, so similarly, the drop down values I've already maintained, so it is showing those values here. So that is a list view of the particular info type. Okay, so once I start maintained everything, so this details I maintained. So if your employee is authorizing you to TFN to give trustee a superannuation fund, just last tick box, tick it here.
Mm.
That is again info type 188 details. Now comes into the picture how this info type 188 is linked to another info type called text file number, which is info type number 227. So in the same info
Yeah.
types, there is a link called text file number. Okay. So now
Yes.
we'll be starting. I'll start explaining what is a TFN, and now we'll be going deeply into the next info type. This is a transition slide between 188 info type to 227. Okay, so there is a link between 188 and your 227.
27.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
the where you can get it. Okay, now before we go ahead with the text file number, I'll just explaining. So basically, in this info type, we maintain the employees TFN. So by creating this info type, so this TFN has every employee will be having a specific TFN number. And as per the Australian laws, uh, it restricts access to an individual's TFN. So for that reason, you can see in this star options also. Sometimes as per the organization, so the data security policies, sometimes they put it as like a star, star, star,
Yeah.
star. It will not be visible directly.
Correct.
Okay, but again depends upon the organization policy. I think in Australia also, you do you have any policies like GDPR, or how is it? I'm not aware of that.
Yeah. I mean, because it's a confidential data, so sometimes it is
Hmm.
hidden
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
for some. It comes with authorizations. Yes.
Okay. Because in India, the rule means the policy is already passed, but how they are following this matter of time. But in European countries, the GDPR is very strict. So that is
Correct. GDPR is there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
European GDPR is very strict because I remember you
yeah.
cannot. That was the only reason. That's why they came up with
Hmm.
DC
Yeah, yeah.
12. If I'm not, yeah.
Last year only
When
they came up with,
when
I think.
I started working,
Uh,
and earlier, earlier how it was like we could support and work and config the European customer from
hmm,
anywhere, like from India or
hmm,
US.
hmm,
But later, when GDPR came into the picture,
hmm.
the European Union has to have a data center there, and only the employees sitting in Ireland, Vienna, Austria, not Australia, Austria,
Hmm.
can access their system. So their data does not go outside the European Union.
Okay,
So
okay. Got it, got it. Yeah. Hmm. Okay,
that's
no problem. So for TFN, there's a particular algorithm. So this is for this quiz question for you. Are you aware of TFN algorithm?
yeah. Sorry.
TFN algorithm. TFN follows an algorithm. How means you can't have a generic number. So here in this screen, I tried a random number, just text file number one, beneficiary TFN one. Whether system it will
Yeah, you
just
cannot try that.
yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
this entry will not be allowed in SAP. Similar to in India, and we have a for PAN number, we have a specific pattern for that. Okay, the first type
Correct.
letter, then four-digit number, then followed by the last name, the first letter. Okay. Similarly, for Australia also, we have a specific algorithm. So you can't have a random number you can put here. So I'll not be going detail into the TFN algorithm. So whatever as per the TFN algorithm, what is relevant? Okay, so there's some weightage multiplication, and it should be divisible by 11. That you must be aware of. Okay, so that number only it will be accepting here. Okay, so here we can see this number, whatever I maintained here. Okay, so that is as per the TFN algorithm, it satisfies those criteria. For that reason, I was able to save this number. And it is system
Yeah.
inbuilt. SAP takes care of that, which number to you will be able to save, and it already supports your TFN algorithm. Okay, so don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that. So
So
system will.
sometimes when you do not have, you can
Hmm.
put 3333 all three or 4444. Okay, so that should
Yeah,
work. Just to help you.
yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. So TFN number, now I'll be showing you how we have maintained for this for your employee ID. So I just maintained 227 info type. Once I start entering TFN 227, it will show the info type with the TFN Australia. Okay. So once you
Okay.
start the same list once I maintain that TFN number, the list view of the TFN number will be looking like this. Okay. This is the same
So what do you
information.
mean by list view,
Huh.
Ladri?
Yeah. So when I say
So
list
if I
view,
I
Hmm.
For example, I go to 188 screen, okay, 188 info type,
Hmm.
and I see that whole, Australian info type.
Hmm.
But what is the list view? Yeah.
Huh. So once, so I'll just coming into that. So when we start creating, so okay, after entering this, so here you will be getting by default you'll be getting this kind of view. Create TF in Australia means all the details field by field you'll be getting personal number, from date, to date, text file number, beneficiary TFN. You start maintaining it. Okay. Once it is done, you have to save that particular field. Okay. Once you have saved that, after that, all the information you'll be getting in a list. One is a single row format. Okay. So once you start maintaining this, you'll be getting this TFN, beneficiary TFN, from and to in one line. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is called a list view. Okay, so generally TFN number doesn't change, but just for your reference, suppose in info type 8 I'm talking about. Okay, so in suppose say this current year your salary changed after the increment, so you'll be having a list of views, list of items here. Okay, from date to date with a different time split. Okay, say 1st of July 2018 to first next year 2019, next year July, there is a particular basic salary. Okay, that is one line.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Similarly for 2019 to 20 there is another line item here, so you'll be getting multiple line
Okay.
items here. Okay, so for that reason they call it a list view.
List view.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
here
I
in the
understood.
top you'll be getting this thing once I saw the demo. Okay, the actual demo, live demo. Okay, so here you'll be seeing a lot of options. It's pencil button. There's a pencil button that is for change. Okay, there is a notepad like option here that is for creation. You start create a new
New.
record, and there is a
Yeah. Yeah.
option here. This is for copy. Okay, and if you like
Okay.
to, generally we do not recommend to use this. There's a lock option. If you like to lock a particular entry. Okay, so then
Yeah.
that you have to click this option, and if you at the last, that's a delete option. So these are the 5
Correct.
icons available for any info types,
Got it.
independent of any country. These are 5 things generally we recommend.
Yeah, it's just the UI thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a UI thing. Yeah, exactly, you remember that. So this is the concept of a list view of any info types. Okay, whenever you are capturing the information, so that is a list view. We capture it in a particular format. That
Yeah.
is your and if you there is an option also only view. Suppose if you would like to, there is a option the only there is a small spectacle like
Yeah.
options, or then only you can view it. Suppose you are giving a right, okay, to an HR coordinator, only he can view but he can't edit anything. Okay,
I
so
did.
those kind of authorization you can control. So in that case you will be getting this kind of thing. Overview TF in Australia means only the person can view, you will not be able to. It is also a list view, but only thing is the difference is he will be not getting those options here like we have seen earlier the UI, the create, change,
Yeah, yeah, I understood.
so that
It's
option you
just
are
the
not getting.
permission thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
permission
that's
depending
fine.
upon the permissioning. And SAP, these are controlled by the SAP basis person. Okay, and SAP basis person will be your friend in your, whenever you are implementing in EC payroll, they'll be coming into picture along with your RBP consultant. Okay, SAP basis people also play a major role in this kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that I'll be coming later on. So the next info type is an info type 220. So I'm not going very details of the theory, just I'll be mentioning the system, what are the things we have captured there. So this is again an optional field here, 220. Okay, but if you would like to change anything, there is a particular IMG path, your implementation guide path. Okay, so you can create your superannuation funds there also. And how this info type will look like. So 220, if I go, so again, similarly, if you see, we're seeing a lot of drop down values, and these drop down values can be configured. Okay, superannuation fund, company contribution is similar to our uh, provident fund in India. Okay, so in Australian payroll, you will be having different types of contributions, superannuation fund details. So all the details you can maintain for an employee. Okay, so this is the create options for superannuation Australia 220 info type 220. Similarly, this is a list view. Once you start maintain, we have already maintained, you'll be getting a view like this, list superannuation Australia.
I understood. Okay.
So I'll not be going very detailed. So this is just once you maintain, this is display view.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Display view. So just I mentioned the details. So next one is the 261. 261 is the leave maintenance specific to Australian country. So here we maintain the different types of leave, different leave anniversary date, entitlement, your accrual values. Okay, accrual values you understood, right? How much accrued you.
Yeah.
Okay, so how you
I
can also
understood.
adjust to those values. Okay, if it is anything
I
required.
worked on time of, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay, nice then. So in
Yeah.
261 info type, we maintain that. Okay, so we call it a loading leave Australia. Okay, this info type is specific 261. So here you can see I have not maintained this leave type, but here all the leave, whatever leave, again this is your client specific. Okay, so what are the types of different types of leave you have configured? Again, you can capture this information in this particular info type, like
All right.
standard leave, winter leave, whatever, depending upon your scenarios. Okay, that you
Just
can
standards.
create it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is again a list view, and this is a change. Suppose you try to change anything, you can change it here in same 261. Okay,
Yeah.
so next one is your 626. This is an obsolete one, so I'll not be focusing much here. So generally we do not use this. Okay,
Mm.
so this is how the 626 would be looking like, the administration payment summary. So what is the purpose of this? Generally, suppose if you are a particular financial year, suppose if you would like to take a summary sheet of the entire payment summary, what are year is paid and everything. Okay, so you can see there are six
Yes.
different tabs. 626, administration payment summary, ETP, allowances, ATO, deductions, and everything. So all the detailed information if you captured here, and you can take a report out of that. Okay, if you are maintaining all
Yeah.
everything in this info types. Okay, this is for most from a reporting point of view, but 626 no longer we are using. Just for your information, I captured here. Okay, so I'll just directly jump into the next info type because 626 is no longer used. Just for your information, I captured all the fields here, like administration, payment summary. Okay, your
Yeah.
all these fields details, allowances, ATO, deductions, and
Yeah.
everything. But we'll be focusing on the info type for okay, the remaining info types. Okay, 850 is all about your ETP. ETP, are you aware of the ETP in Australia?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So it's
actually
like when
it
I'm
is
buying.
in we do not have anything some similar equivalent in India, so I could have otherwise given the example. But in Australia we have something called eligible termination payment. You can relate it to the full and final settlement in India. Okay, but it is not exactly the full and final settlement. It is something little different in Australia. We call it ETP, or eligible termination payment. So whenever you are suppose you put a paper, or you are in the offboarding, you started, you put a resignation, and you're then what are the things you would be paid whenever you're leaving the organization on the last day. Okay, so those
Yeah.
information that gets captured in this info type 850, and this 850 is your eligibility termination payment. We call it in short ETP, eligible termination payment, and it is connected to the
Yeah.
info type 849, which is the latest one, which instead of 626, currently we use this 849 payment summary. Okay, and these two are connected. Okay, so when I say 850 in the eligible termination payment, so in the ETP policy, as per the Australian eligible termination payment, so there are different codes here. Okay, so that code, so actually I'll not be focusing here. So that is a task for you to understand, means to find it out. What are the different ETP policies? Again, from a policy point of view, you can Google it. So for depending upon your ETP policy, so there are different types of policy. You can see specific type B, type D, type N. So it can different type R type, depending upon how the employee is getting separated from the organization. It can be have different reasons. Okay, so depending upon that, these types are decided. Okay, and SAP has pre-configured these things. Okay, so you'll be getting a screen like this where you will be maintaining all the details of the eligible termination payment, like your ABN branch number, payment summary, start date, creation date, all the ETP components. Okay, so which, how many are on tax, how many valid, what is the validity, all this information your HR will be maintaining. So as a consultant, you just have to understand the field details. You don't need to understand the every granularity of it. Just you have to understand what are the fields available in this particular info type and how it gets calculated. That is the only thing from a consultant point of view you have to understand. That is 850 ETP. Okay, so here in ETP you see yeah, so just for your just I already answered that. So this is just for can you spot any error in this while maintaining this
Mm.
info type? because as I
Yeah,
maintained this info type, I came across an error, and that is a valid error.
is it the date?
Yeah, you are correct. You are very close to that. It depends. Suppose your hiring date is a different one. You're starting this termination payment is a different date. Automatic system
Yes,
give an error. Okay, so system. This is actually I tried knowingly. I put the wrong date, and it will say that
yes,
ETP started before the hiring date. Suppose you had hired on a particular date, but you
yeah,
start maintaining this ETP in a different date. Okay? The system, all the
yeah.
validations are inbuilt, so you don't have to write any rules. So these are the common sense and
So
from
the validation occurs on the screen itself, right?
yes, on the same screen itself, while maintaining this ATP, just like we have mentioned like earlier, and the TFN number, if it is not following the exact TFN algorithm, so system will give an error that it is not a valid TFN. That is also taken care by SAP is
Yeah,
intelligent enough to take care of that. Okay. Similarly for 850
got it.
info types also, if you're doing any date manipulation for any info type, if your start date is later than the end date, system will automatically give an error. That's just common understanding from system product as a product point of view. So those things are already there. You don't have to worry about it. Hmm.
Yeah.
So this is regarding the 850. So similarly, depending upon your ETP payment code, as I was mentioning, there are different letter code as we have seen in the earlier screen. So there are the screen may little vary. The fields can may vary. Okay. So that details I'm not going very deep because that's again Australian government policy related, but SAP has been configured accordingly. You don't have to manipulate anything here. Okay. This is out of box. Okay.
So these payment codes, ETP, that we looked
Hmm.
earlier in one of the screenshot,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so they are customer specific or they are government defined? This one,
These are
correct?
defined. These are
Sometimes.
defined by the government, but as current policies, I am not aware of. Even I have to go
Okay,
detail.
that's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I'm not expecting you
Hmm.
to be aware of that. I'm just telling are okay. These are the government defined. That's fine. We
Government
can move.
defined.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. But
all good.
SAP gives provision and flexibility to configure this as well. Okay, whenever it is required, very customer
Yeah.
specific. Okay, that options we have anyway.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. So this is regarding your ETP 850. Little tricky and a little you can say you can do some R&D also around this. Okay, how 850 input type. So next one is your 849. It is actually the payment summary, which I told you instead of just highlighted the one line you have to remember here. For earlier releases, you can maintain the same information in the input type 626. Okay, but in the current, we have to go ahead with this particular info type 849. Okay, 626 is now obsolete, and also here you can't maintain more than 15 allowances, so it is restricts you up to 15 allowances you can maintain in this payment summary, because from a reporting point of view. Okay, but in general SAP doesn't stop you to maintain multiple more than 15 ways types, you can say, the payroll components. But here from a reporting point of view, this 849, it is as it is summary, and generally it is used to generate the payment summary report. Okay, so for that reason, it captures only it allows us up to 15. Okay.
Okay, all good. All
Yeah.
good.
So here in this 849 info type, if you see the same similar types of information, you can see like administration, payment summary, whatever you have seen in the 626, same cap things. Little bit of changes in this field UI, you can see. Okay. So here you can
Yeah.
see, you can maintain all those relevant information, whatever required for the payment summary, so that it will be same. So same scenarios I have also taken here. Payment start date cannot be before the hiring date. Same things also the
Correct.
eligibility
Correct.
validations happens here. Okay, so that's all about your info type for 849. Okay, so this is all about your all the country
So
specific
what
options.
happens?
Yeah.
So for example, there is an employee who was there in last financial year, and
Hmm.
we put the date for last June to this July.
Hmm.
So this will create a new payment summary, right?
Yes, it will create a new summary.
Okay, so this new payment summary, okay, all good. Okay, we
Yeah.
can go. We can
Yeah. So this
move.
is all about your Australia specific info types. Now I'll be just showcase you one or two OM related info types. Like this
Yes,
is nothing
yes.
related to your payroll. This is generic one again. Once again.
Yeah,
In
useful, definitely.
yeah, yeah. So I thought of taking the screenshots. Okay. So in OM, whatever you are in having success factor position management, In OM, you will be getting a screen like this. There is a specific transaction code PO13. Otherwise, there is a menu path also. If you don't want to remember any transaction code, you will be getting a screen like this, where you will be having this object, means info type name, object, relationship, department, everything. But we are more concerned about the object. Okay. So when I say all the position, organization, or sorry, org unit, job, skills, all are called as an object in SAP HCM on premise. Okay. So here, whenever I'm going to the particular transaction for maintaining position, okay, you'll be getting a screen like this. Then you will be maintaining that positions. So here I've given another example. Org unit also similar screen you'll be getting. It is nothing. So what I have done, I have created a. You can also create whenever you'll be having the system access. I'll be giving. What I have done, I have taken an similar. I've created an org unit called. There is a company, suppose a hypothetical company, say Best Travel Australia. Okay. So there is once I start creating the org unit, system will automatically create that particular number. Okay. So you don't have to remember this number. It will be automatically system generated. Okay. So once this org unit has been created, there is a relationship in the upcoming screen. You can create another org unit, say Best Travel New South Wales, which will be reporting to another org unit, the main org unit. Means that's org unit part of the original, the main root organization is the Best Travel Australia. Okay, say Best Travel New South Wales is a part of this
I
Best Travel
understood.
Australia. Okay, like one org structure reporting to another org structure, like one person reporting to another person,
Yeah.
one position reporting to the same concept also applicable here in the
Yeah, it is just
okay.
the sister legal entity or the
Yes,
parent to child legal
exactly.
entity.
You are, yeah, correct. Yeah. The same information also we can capture in this on OM. These are different OM info types. Okay. So this I will recommend to go through the topic in this, that OM info types, OM and PA of that one, the ebook whatever I have said, so that you'll be able to relate it, and I'll explain more into details in the upcoming sessions. Okay. So this was for the today. Any questions? Because we have covered the most critical part today, like the info types we have to understand, or specifically
Yeah.
for the Australia payment payroll related info types, and how this can be
Yeah.
maintained, the different fields, different UIs, and how
Yeah.
what are the criticality of this. All those these are country specific, as I was mentioning, the localizations, Australia specific info types. These info types will not be finding. Suppose if you have hired an employee, say in New Zealand or Canada. Okay, so then you will not be getting this kind of info types, although it will be visible, but you will not be able to maintain these info types because system
I
will not
understand.
allow. Okay, because at the hiring level itself, when I just showing the first screen, I have hired an Australia specific template, global template. So only then I was able to create all these info types specific to Australia. If you hired from an employee from New Zealand specific country template, then I'll be able to only maintain the New Zealand specific info types. However,
Makes
having,
sense. Okay.
having said that, so but the common info types which I have mentioned in the initial screen
Earlier.
earlier,
Yeah.
this
Like
can be
0, 3,
applicable.
8.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're correct. So 0, 1, 2, 8, 27, 15, 14. So
Yeah.
all these info types can be irrespective of your country localization. This can be maintained across. It
Correct.
doesn't,
Correct.
yeah. That is the overall concept here. So that's all for today's sessions. Okay. This is for today's
Okay.
session. So can we have
Yeah.
2 hour session tomorrow or day after tomorrow if you are comfortable?
Yeah. Let's try to cover
Hmm.
more, and yeah, we can try to do that.
Yeah, okay. So I what
Give
I
me some time. I'll message you when, like tomorrow, what time, you
okay.
know,
Okay,
you
tomorrow
are,
let's
when you are
start.
available, please let me know, and then we can connect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just let me know. But I'm because of what I understood from my earlier experience. So if I'm taking a 2 hour session, that's equivalent to around 2.5 hour session because of the flow. I cover more actually. That's my point actually. Mm.
Yeah, makes
I try
sense.
to
Yeah.
maximize the coverage because if you are taking 1 hour, 1 hour session, two sessions, uh, and if you're taking long 2 hour
Yeah.
sessions, then actually the 2 hour session is actually it's more effective than the split of 1 hour, two different sessions. But
Yeah,
that's
I
from my
understand.
experience. At least 15 minutes extra I
Sure.
give more there, the flow because of that. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
that is fine.
Mm.
So
Anything
yeah,
else?
that's fine. Yeah, just I wanted to ask something. I forgot.
Okay, no problem. So you can always
Okay,
WhatsApp
no
me.
worries.
So what
Okay.
tomorrow we'll be seeing, just I'll be having a pre-cap, like what things we'll be covering tomorrow.
Okay.
Uh, so this calculation, I'm not be focusing. You are already in how tax calculation. This thing shall I explain to you, or is this is just an
Uh,
calculation formula?
no,
Formula only
this
I
is
have,
fine.
the algorithm just I have
Okay.
mentioned, like x into a minus b. This calculation and how to this normal tax calculation happens here. So what I have done for that, so I have given some frequently asked questions. Okay, so I'm not covered today, but some frequently asked questions from my consultant point of view. I'll be sharing these things with you. Okay, so like
Yeah.
so these are policy related things. I don't want to explain one and
Yeah, we don't have to go through
don't have to.
go
Yeah, it's
through those
very
things.
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
There is
So
no point.
I mentioned
Yeah.
in the slides anyway. You'll be reviewing it whenever you are going to revising it. Okay. These things is there,
Yeah.
and this assignment I'll be giving to you like once I give you system access. Okay, what I will be expecting for from you. Otherwise, so whenever you are having your own system, also you can give show me this one how you have done.
Yeah.
So you have to hire an employee.
No,
Hire
it would be good to do the assignment so that I
yes,
can navigate, the
yes,
transactions
yes,
and
yes,
info
yes.
types and the related fields.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So as I was
So
mentioning, I just captured one or two info types, four, five major info types, but there are some other info types as well. So here I've given the list of info
correct,
types.
correct.
Okay. So what you have to do, you have to hire at least 5 employees. Okay, having different types of
Okay.
info type. For you have someone you have hired in a different in Australia also different zone you have hired. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
again in Australia it
I'll do
doesn't
that.
depend upon right. Entire Australia is one tax, right? It's not like US, right?
Yeah.
In US in
No,
different
it is
different
not.
countries again have,
States.
states have different policies, but in Australia doesn't applicable. So here what you can do, so these are info types you can maintain, and the star mark are important because these are country specific.
Country specific.
Okay. So
Yeah.
for that reason I mentioned 182 188 to 849, these are star uh, Australia specific. So this is an assignment. Once I give the, I'm not focusing now. Once you get the system access, you'll be able to. So if you're facing any challenges and problems, then you can always reach out to me. Okay. And
Sure, sure,
also
sure.
these are some time related info types. So you are already master in time, so I don't need to explain this. So
No,
absence,
not a
attendance,
master, but
absence.
yeah, I started when time off started in success factor.
Okay, okay, okay. So you worked both negative, positive, both, or how is it?
Yeah, yeah, that timesheet is of
Timesheet
negative
application
positive
also.
type.
Workforce also you have worked on.
A little bit I worked on
Okay.
Chronos and
Chronos.
this
Okay,
kind
okay.
of
Because I've never worked in this. Just aware of, but never worked
that's
on
all
that
right.
area.
We are not expected to everybody to be an expert of each
Ah,
area.
exactly, exactly. You are not going to kill others' jobs. So some
Yeah,
if you know everything, what will do
totally.
other consultants?
Yes.
Okay. So towards the
Yeah.
end, what I have done, I've also given the transaction code also, like what is the specific transaction code for Australian payroll.
Oh yes.
Reports some transaction, because you do not are not expected to remember everything. You can always refer this manual guide and slides. And here you can see
Yes.
the
Yes.
country code is 13 for Australia. You can see the M13 means
Correct.
code is India, it is
Australia.
40. In a country for Australia is at 13. And some there are some important KBAs also I mentioned here. This is KBAs. I've taken information from these specific KBAs and I just to validate my slides. Okay. So this is important KBAs also I mentioned. This is in today's and some wiki also. This is regarding your day two.
Okay.
And tomorrow we'll be seeing we'll starting with the payroll terminologies again. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be starting the, because terminologies takes a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
time. Just like understanding before you're writing an essay, at least you understand the ABCD, then you follow by words, then you follow the sentence, writing simple sentence, then you write an essay. So the same approach here also I put. Okay, so I tried to flow will be like this. Tomorrow we'll
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
explaining the
I
payroll
understand.
terminology. For that reason, I just in 1 hour session I was not easy to mention everything.
Makes sense.
So I thought of
Makes sense.
covering this topic since weekend, 2 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours means at least the core concept of the payroll you'll be able to grasp in 2 days. Okay, then we'll be following
Yeah.
the regular stuff from Monday again. Is that fine for you?
Sure. Okay.
Okay, man.
Okay.
So we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, and we'll connect on the what time we can connect. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The same time is also fine for me because I'm just no problem. But I'll be having 2 hour session. Yeah, tomorrow,
Sure. The 2 hour is fine. Just will let me just confirm
Okay,
with the
just let
client.
me
It should
know
be
if
around.
you are. That's fine. That's fine for me. Okay. So if you
Thank
have
you.
any
Yeah.
changes, just let me know so that I can send the URL for that. I think same URL would work. That's not a problem. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Nali.
Have a good day,
Bye.
meeting. Yeah, bye.
You too. Bye.